Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID 19. In the process of revision of this chapter, Physical Features of India, we are going to discuss about the northern plains in this chapter, in this particular module. So let us begin, students. The northern plains. The northern plains has been formed by the interplay of three major river systems, namely Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra. So if you see the map, the Indus River and their tributaries are seen in this area. In the map, the Ganga River system is seen in this region, and the Brahmaputra River system is can be seen in this area. So these three main river systems are responsible for the formation of northern plains in India. This plain is formed of alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is that soil which is formed due to the deposition of alluvium brought by the rivers. The deposition of alluvium in a vast basin lying at the foothills of Himalayas over millions of years formed these fertile plains. It is spread over 7 lakh square kilometers. Whatever the plains are there in this region, that has area about 7 lakh square kilometers. The plain being about 2400 kilometer long from this region to this region and 240 to 320 kilometer in broad, whatever the width is there, so that you can understand. With a rich soil cover combined with adequate water supply and favorable climate, it is agriculturally a productive part of India, as this region is having the good fertile alluvial soil and the good atmospheric condition is also seen over this region. That climatic condition is seen, good variation in the climatic condition throughout the year, or you can say atmospheric condition throughout the year. So this is good for agriculture. This river, the rivers coming from northern mountains are involved in depositional work. So when the rivers are coming from this mountain region to the lower plains, so on the way the rivers do their depositional work, and because of that depositional work they form the different types of land features. In the lower course, due to gentle slope, the velocity of the river decreases. As they move slowly toward the slopes, no, plain region, the slope is decreasing, and as the slope is decreasing, the speed of running water in the river also decreases, and according to the decrease of water, the river is becoming wider and less deeper, and in the higher slopes the rivers are narrower and more deeper. The rivers in their lower course split into numerous channels due to deposition of silt. So here in this figure you can see, due to deposition of silt, the river water is dividing in number of channels, and that can be seen in this map of India, where the Ganga river is divided in number of water channels. So there are two types of rivers branches are looking in this Ganga river system. So see, this main river Ganga is covering this long distance, and on the way number of rivers are joining to this Ganga river. So these different rivers joining to the Ganga river, that are the tributaries of Ganga river. And when the river of this Ganga water is divided in number of other channels, water channels, that are distributaries, that are known as distributaries. The northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. One of that is the Punjab plain. The western part of the northern plain is referred to as Punjab plains. Actually, three types of plains are there in this northern plain: the Punjab plain, the Ganga plain, and the Brahmaputra plains. Formed by Indus and its tributary, the larger part of this plain lies in Pakistan. As you know that the most of the Indus or Punjab plains is there in Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Byas, and Satluj originate in the Himalaya. The section of the plain is dominated by doabs. What is doabs? Doabs are the part of land fed by two river system, getting water from two river system. Actually, see here, if you see this one, river is Ravi, and this side the Byas river is there, and the middle part, this one, is receiving water, this purple color, receiving water from these two rivers. So this way it is known as Doab. And similarly here different water means different part of lands are getting water from two river systems. So that way these are different Doabs. And as the all these means completely this whole part receiving water from the five river system. So this is also known as Punjab. The Ganga Plains. The Ganga Plain, this you can see in this map, the yellow part, yellowish part. This between the Ghaghar and Tista River. Tista River is here and Ghaghar River is in this side. Not clearly mentioned here, but generally it is referred as. It is spread over the state of North India, Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, partly Jharkhand, and West Bengal. To its east, particularly in Assam, lies the Brahmaputra Plains. To the east of this Ganga plain, there is the Brahmaputra Plains. The northern plains are generally described as the flat and with no variation in its relief. Relief, you know that plain plateaus and mountains, depending on their slopes and the peaks, we divide the features of land. So there are generally little or no variation in the relief. A gentle slope is seen. These vast plains also have diverse relief features. So this vast plain is having the different types of relief features also. According to the variation in relief features, the northern plain can be divided into four regions. So what are that four regions? That four region you can see in this picture. The Bhabar belt just beside the foothill of the mountain. Then afterward the Terai belt, wet, swampy and marshy land is there. And then afterward the river basins, river valleys having the two types of land, that is the Bhangar and Khadar. Bhangar is receiving means made up of older alluvium, became older, and Khadar is renewed every year due to the lower slopes. The rivers, after descending from the mountain, deposit pebbles in a narrow belt of about 8 to 16 km in width, lying parallel to the slope of Shivaliks. So suppose this is a Shivalik range, and according to this figure and in the map, to this foothill of the Shivalik, This type of pebbles are deposited by the rivers, and after the deposition of these pebbles, the river is able to move through the pebbles due to the larger gaps, and river becomes invisible in this area. All the streams disappear in this Bhabar belt. South of this belt, when the river move ahead after this belt, Bhabar belt, river re-emerge and create a wet, swampy and marshy region known as Terai. This was thickly forested region full of wildlife. Earlier, this was thickly forested and full of wildlife, but the forests have been cleared to create agricultural land and to settle the migrants from Pakistan after partition. So locate Dudhwa means in this region only, the Uttarakhand part, the Dudhwa National Park is seen, is available. The largest part of the northern plain is formed of older alluvium. It lies above the flood plains of the rivers and presents terrace-like features. Actually, this Bhangar belt, this is a floodplain only, but it was receiving water earlier, and after a long period of time, now this is a higher slope and not receiving the flood water, and it is looking like terrace-like feature. So this part is known as Bhangar. The soil in this region contains calcareous deposits that are known as conker. The newer, younger deposits of floodplains are called khadar. So this yellowish part you see. So these are floodplains, and these are made up of newer alluvium. Every year the flood comes in this region and the river is depositing the sediments, and soil of this region is renewed every year. So they are renewed almost every year and so are fertile, thus ideal for intensive agriculture. Intensive agriculture, you know that growing more than one crop on the same field in a year. So because of this good fertility of this soil, these soils are better, or you can say good for intensive agriculture. Thank you, students. We'll meet in the next module with the new topics. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.